Listen up! This video review is brought to you by Don't Get High Off Your Own Supply Productions. Cue the beat! Hey guys, I'm back with another video review. This time it's going to be Dinobot, Slug, and Daniel Witwicky. We all know it's actually Dinobot, Slag. I'm so excited to have this figure and be able to review it today. I did not find it in Virginia. I was on vacation on my way to Punta Cana. And I found it in Durham, North Carolina on my way to the Raleigh airport. So I'm super excited about it. This is the front of the package. This is the artwork on the side, number 7. This is the artwork and steps, how it takes to transform on the back. Showing Slug and Robot Dino. The same backdrop as Grimlock and Daniel in his non-posable leg stance. Here's the side. Oh, but it shows Daniel's face, but not on the toy. All right, let's open him up and let's see what's inside and see how he compares to his other Dinobot brother, Grimlock. All right, guys, the first thing that we pull out the box is the backdrop. Just from looking at it now, compared to the Grimlock one that we got earlier this year, it's exactly the same. So there's nothing really new to it. So I'm gonna go ahead and put Slag out here so you can see how he looks on his backdrop. Slag does come with his gun, and he also comes with a little Daniel accessory that I kind of groaned about because, as I've seen in other reviews, there's no face. It's got the shiny plastic, but I'm thinking they could have made it clear and put at least a silhouette of a head to at least give it the appearance of Daniel being inside. But it doesn't transform. It's got the lock legs like the wheelie we got. So really, it's just like a trophy piece for Slag. And then it comes with Slag's gun. You gotta have that. It did not come with the sword, unfortunately, but I'm pretty sure Hasbro's got some tricks up their sleeves to do an accessory pack for all the new figures coming out, possibly. If not, you always have TF Safari and enough productions to come through for us with the extra accessories that we should have got with our figures. So I'm going to take the backdrop away. We're going to look at the articulation, and then we'll go into the transformation along with comparisons and other things. All right, here we have Slag, and I'm just going to go through and show you the articulation because it's pretty much the same with all leader class. It goes out this far, it bends at the elbow. The hands do rotate just because of transformation. The head is on a ball joint, and then it has that, I guess you call it a hinge for the shoulders and the neck because of transformation. It has a 90-degree bend. It has a tight swivel at the waist. It's very tight, so you're not worried about looseness. The legs can go out this far. They're tight right here, but when it comes to, you know, this part right here, it's a little loose. Other than that, I mean, you got the ankle tilt that comes out like this, and that's also due to transformation. Be careful when you transform him because, as you see it, this knee right here is locked in, but this one right here doesn't want to lock in. So I got to play with it to get him to stand straight. So that's a small nitpick I have with this figure. Other than that, he's as you just heard, that's a click for it locking in place. And I guess his wings came apart, so let me put those back. All right, put his head back down. It's very hard to move and rotate because, you know, of the dinosaur mouth. All right, I'm going to do a size comparison with the other Studio Series Leader Class Grimlock, just so that you can see how they sit and look good together. All right, here's Grimlock and Slag. As you can see, Grimlock from chest to chest Grimlock is a little taller, even though people keep saying Slag is taller because of the horns. I don't consider that being taller, and I think these scale well together because Grimlock was always the tallest out of all 5 Dinobots. He wasn't by much, but he was. So this looks great to me. So I'm gonna bring in some Autobots to go with him because without Dinobots, you can't have the Autobot inventors. So let's bring out Ratchet, and let's bring out Wheeljack. All right. So yeah, I think this scales pretty well. I mean, with the current line of the Earthrise and the Kingdom, and also some of the other figures from the War for Cybertron line, they scale well. I'm just gonna bring out a couple more so you guys can see a bigger size Voyager. I'll bring him out so that you can see how he's scaling. A small size deluxe right here for Bumblebee. Earthrise, Optimus Prime. Looks about right. So yeah, they look about in scale. This is probably the best scale we're gonna get to closest to G1 as we're going to get. And then I bought out some other figures like Warpath, who was a larger mini bot, but still bigger than Bumblebee. And then finally, the peg warmer himself, Grapple. So he's pretty big for a Voyager. So I'll move him right here, not to take Optimus Prime's glory. So yeah, they scale well with the Kingdom line. So let's check out another line. Like for instance, let's check out the Core Class line. So, all right, I pulled out Core Class Optimus Prime just so you can see, you know, various sizes of the figures. The new figures we've had. I bought in Soundwave. That's clearly, you know, they're like giants compared to them in this size. But like I said, just trying to show as many comparisons as possible. I know a lot of reviewers don't do as many. And I like to see a lot of the comparisons because, I mean, it's toys we already have. We want to be able to envision it in our collection. So this is what the Core Class characters grabbed off the shelf real fast. And now let's do a size comparison with some of the older lines like Titan's Return size Legends. All right, well, here we go. We're going to put Outback out. He was the first one I grabbed just so you can see the size comparison on what we got in the past. And here's a Wind Charger, if I can get him to stand. I got a fabric up here, so it's a little tougher. Here's Bumblebee. Whoop, sorry. Knocked him down. And sorry for the kids in the background. I tried to shoot it while they were asleep, but to my surprise, they woke up just in time for the video. Here we go with Beachcomber. So yeah, these mini bots look perfect size for Grimlock and Slag. So definitely digging this. And they look great together. I wish, or matter of fact, I'm hoping that the new series, Legacy, is from what I'm hearing, is going to continue the core size figures. But I would also like them to continue the deluxe size mini bots. It would be great to finally have all of them finally in our hands and updated. So that would be awesome. All right, as I said, I'm not going to disappoint. Here we go with Perceptor standing beside Slug. And then I went ahead and pulled out another figure that we all should have right now with Springer. So yeah, yeah, but the toys look great with any part of your collection. Like I said, if you don't like buying the new updated versions, you're welcome to just stick them with your previous collected figures from, you know, earlier years making. But like I said, they may not always scale right, but right here we'll throw in Hot Rod. So yeah, I feel like Perceptor is a little short. He should be a little bit taller, so I'm definitely looking forward to the Studio Series Perceptor, because I feel like he was a large deluxe would be in comparison to real life, because I remember him being a lot taller than Rodimus when he was in the movie and the cartoon. More likely a Voyager like Blaster, but I don't think we're gonna get him that size. So if we get a large deluxe like Ironhide or Hoist or Trailbreaker, I think that would be a good size comparison to continue to going on forward. So yeah, I can't wait to see when that comes. So these are, like I said, the Titan Returns and Studio Series Hot Rod figures that we all should have comparison. And now let's go ahead and check out them beside a Commander class figure. All right, here we are with the Commander class figure being put beside those two Leader class. And just looking at them from right here, they look good. I'm not sure if Skylinks was way bigger than the Dinobots, but I know he was a spaceship, so yeah, I guess so. He should be able to fit, the Autobots in there when they took that voyage to space or whatever, back and forth to Cybertron. But yeah, just looking at the plastic and the beefiness of the figures, they definitely look the par. So like I said, you could display them anywhere in your line or collection. We have really been blessed to get a lot of good figures lately, even though they may have some downfalls, but overall they've been pretty solid lately. And I'm looking forward to future figures, excuse me, that come down the line. So let's get ready and do the transformation and see both figures in Dinobot mode. So I'm gonna move Grimlock out the way, and I'll do him off the camera because everybody knows how to transform Grimlock, and I'll do Slag on the camera. All right, first of all with Slag, straighten the head first if you had it turned. Take the accessory out. The instructions tells you to start with the feet, but you could do whatever you want, whatever's comfortable. I like to start with the fist because the first time I did it, I was brave. I thought I knew what I was doing. I almost broke my toy. I would have cried if I did because that's $50 wasted, and I don't want to, try to write Hasbro to say, hey, something you did was broken, or Target trying to say it's defective or whatever. It's dishonesty. So I don't want to do that. So basically you just rotate the fist from right side up to upside down, fold them in on both arms, and this is out the way. I'm gonna turn my attention to the legs. So what we do is for the legs, you pull the feet down like that on both sides, pull it down. All right, come to the back. You're gonna lift this flap up. Hopefully you're getting it on camera for both sides. Then you're gonna spin out the leg, and the leg that forms the inside of the foot. And then what we're gonna do. So sorry for the interruption. My daughter bust in. We're gonna continue now with moving the feet back to the position where he was robot. We're gonna fold the flaps down right here. And then what we're gonna do is lift this up, and what you wanna do is have this piece, the red piece right here. You want it to, well, sorry, we're gonna do the waist first. Twist the waist, keep that up, there we go. Now what you're gonna do is you're gonna fold the leg. Once you got the waist straight, you fold the leg up. The instructions say that you come back with this, you fold this down. Wow, this tail is really in the way. All right, we're gonna go this way so you can see. And then what you're gonna do is you're gonna fold it like this on itself. And then rotate the leg like that. So it's gonna come in, I'll lock it all in once I got the other one done. So like I said, come back up again, bring this all the way down so you can see it. I'll turn to this way. All right. Like I said, doing toys now these days, it always feels like you're about to break them, but that's just a great engineering that we have now on figures. So now come to the bottom. They're gonna peg in to this little slot right here. I don't know if you can see it on camera. Once they peg in, they're in. I will do the tail part now because that's what we got left. So when it's compressed in, you'll be able to cover up the little red raised pieces. And then what you can do is you take the tail, keep the legs open, don't close them all the way. The tail's going to come in. Instruction says bring it down like this. They're going to lock into place once I get it perfectly aligned. That's the tricky part, is getting it completely aligned properly to get it to go the other way. Well, you could take the tail off that way and do it, because mine doesn't want to. It's so tight rotating forward that I feel like I'm going to break it. So once you got the legs popped in, like now, the top will pop in. You can basically bring the arms down. We're going to do that in a few moments. Well, let's finish the tail first. I'm getting too ahead of myself. All right, so we got that locked in. Just snap the tail back on. I'm pretty sure everybody else can do it without breaking the tail piece off, but it was, like I said, mine doesn't want to bend up. So I don't know if it'll be everybody's copy. This is the early release that I found at Target. So the tail's done, bottom's done, except the gun's in there to make that. Now we're going to go to the arms and hands and head. All right, so basically what we want to do with this, you want to pull this down. The head just folds down, and then you want to lift this all the way up. Well, lift the top mouth up first, then lift this up. And then the hardest part on this figure that I fear that's going to be a problem for later are these pins right here, and it's on a swivel hinge. So you fold it out, and then you fold it in. Move these out the way, because if not, you're not going to be able to get it to go. Like I just did. I was trying to force it. All right, when it's in, it's going over these little groove pieces right here. As you can see, I have a stress mark on mine. I didn't do that. It's like that when I got it. So here we go. Take this side and go out. As you can see, I feel like one day it's going to break. All right, so when they're in evenly, they will be like that. You'll see the two pegs come aligned. When you got that, push it all the way up. It keeps it from going anywhere. And then lastly, what you want to do is clip in the head pieces. And then in the end, we're going to do this. And I forgot to pull the legs out. So we're going to make sure it's all squeezed together, clip everything in. Everything's clipped. Now what you do, since everything's clipped, pull the hind legs out, which is, like I said, great engineering. I couldn't believe they were able to do this. And the legs aren't like, you know, they're not hollow from inside or outside. It's just from behind. But who looks at a toy from behind? So, and we'll put the tail piece in, which is his gun at the bottom. And here we go. Now we have, oh, okay, lock it down. Make sure everything's tight. Everything's tight now. Here we go. We have Slug, or Slag as we all know it. The mouth can open. You can put flame effects in his mouth. I've seen other people do it. At the moment, I don't have any on me, but let me find one. All right, guys, I found one. I just found the smallest one. There's not a lot of clearance in here. So I'm making it like he's burping or something. So that's what he looks like with his flame piece coming out. Like I said, I think he's burping at the moment. So yeah, let's put him outside next to his Dinobot brother and see how he looks. Here's Slag. And now here's Grimlock. Yeah, they scale awesome. Highly recommended figures. They look great. I mean, only other thing they could do that they didn't do, which I'm pretty sure they might do, is do a select version of Slag and give him the red horns. To me, they really don't bother me. if I really want to make them red, I got paint pens that I could use, but it doesn't really bother me that much. So like I said, this is what he looks like with a Dinobot in vehicle mode beside Grimlock. And they both look awesome. So for weapon storage, of course, you can always put other stuff on them. There's a bunch of ports here on the arm, on the back of by his hind tail, whatever. But yeah, these figures look great. Definitely pick them up if you see them in store. There are a lot of people after these. So if you get lucky and see Grindor on the shelf, that means you just missed Slag. Definitely give them the Studio Series DCPI. I'm hearing some Walmarts are getting them too, so be on the lookout. And thanks for watching my video review. As always, like, subscribe, and leave comments, and I will return any questions or comments or back to you. Thank you. Well, now the dog's in the video. Sorry, guys, but movie magic ain't gonna do that when everybody's awake. Here's Wheelie with his main figure, and here's Daniel with his. Like I said, they just clip on with the knees. They're not really, you know, all that great, but I just sit them up there. So my son's interrupting my video. So, but other than that, that's about it. I ain't gonna put them up there because we all know what they do.